Welcome to a new League of Legends Anarchy analysis series where we will focus in on one team. Today we are taking a deep dive into Rogue. Now, last time we looked at this team, we discussed the term Rogue Time, and I distinctly remember the video being titled that. Link in the description. Back then, this had a negative output, as Rogue during their mid to late games faltered and then lost after putting in so much hard work. This was very evident in their spring playoff finals matchup with the Mad Lions, which we broke down last year. Again, another link in the description. Now, the context of Rogue Time, in my opinion, has a completely different meaning, as Rogue tend to not really have late games, as their matches get done quick, as statistically speaking, across all major regions, Rogue are the quickest team to get wins in their undefeated streak in EU. This is a huge change, and this has come from a huge shift in their talent, on the lineup, and the champs and style that they play. So let's have a look at each individual role, starting with the champions that each like to go for, panning directly to the top side. And Odo's pool this year is actually very tame and smart. These picks aren't very carry heavy, and they're more the strong blind pick that are hard to kill, or is a major counter slash obviously known comfortable blind pick champion. In essence, he goes for a solely independent lane that doesn't need time nor investment from his other laners to stay ahead, and also doing so weather out the storm. Moving down to the jungle, and we have a pivotal piece of the Rogue armor, the facilitator in what they do, and that is Malrang. Now, we see that he is playing the main bruiser junglers for the early parts of the patches of Season 12, and what is very interesting is that he has a very low CS score, but a very high assist and kill score. This tells you he does not care about his camps, and is in fact investing more of his time from being in his jungle to actually being in the lanes of his teammates. And realistically, that tells you he only cares about feeding gold to his bot and his mid lane to get ahead, and then power through the rest of the game, just picking up levels here and there. Now we go to what we would consider probably the other pivotal piece of Rogue, Trimby. This guy has been unleashed this season, and with Hans Sama, he was partially unleashed last year. Now he's had to step up into this more leadership-based role, and what we've seen is he is a very bloody support, with a 2.0 KDA lead over his fellow supports in Europe and the rest of the top leagues in the world, and with his XP at 15 minutes being negative, it indicates he is leaving lane a lot, and his opponents aren't basically keeping track of him, which is then enabling him to get Larson ahead. Speaking of which, Larson isn't the only one with a substantial KDA. His is actually astronomical, as this man has double +2 the KDA of anyone in the league, and has demolished his opponents, and spoiler alert, there's only one other player that has a higher KDA than him across the globe. That man is the Burger King. And that is very high company to be with, especially considering this man is so new in the League of Legends scene. So, we've kind of not talked about comp, and there's a big point of that. He has kind of been the, I'm gonna sit back, just farm up, and be a threat when needs to be a threat. He hasn't been that pivotal as these three players. We've said Odo stays out of it. Malrang, Trimby, Larssen are the key points of this rogue lineup, as they work in tandem to get the game rolling. And let's have a look at roleplay where they utilize this style. So, what we're going to see is Trimby has reset to buy up a few wards, get a refill on his warden trinket as well, and a ruby crystal. Nice back here, and instead of walking back to the bot lane, he actually takes a visit up towards the top side, and then back towards mid, as his Corki is looking to get a reset off, just so that he can kind of advantage himself on the map. Now, he then takes a little walk to get a bit of deep vision in the bottom blue side jungle, and now is starting to walk back to mid just to claim a bit of XP that would be lost to the turret, and as such he gets that. He also saw the TF1 Gliss Brush, he steps forward, baits out the gold card, and then jumps back to safety. This is Trimby doing the work here of the support. He gets vision, he's forcing plays mid without even getting the kills, and because his presence is still here, and because Malrang is here, it allows Larssen to step forward and jump in and get the kill onto Caps. Because of the support there, because of the rogue players being available, it allows them to go for these aggressive plays and give Larssen these advantages across the map. That is how we've seen rogue play through this season, and it is why they're so impactful in these early games, as they're able to unlock the map through the trio in the mid lane. And with that all said and done, it's time to end out this first episode here. If you enjoyed this, leave a like down below. Subscribe if you're new out there if you want to, and I will see you guys for the next team in this series next week. Peace out.